What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button as soon as you come into the building. Stephen A checks the Dems and they tell him, stick to sports. Guys, Stephen A, I don't know what he has going on, man. Jason Whitlock a while ago started calling Stephen A Smith a plant. You know, I watch both Stephen A, I watch, Marcellus Wiley, I watch Jason Whitlock, and I think everybody has some interesting takes on what they're doing. But Stephen A came out recently, man, and just started bashing the Dems, saying he don't want to run and his name shouldn't be included. That's how bad they are, and Kamala Harris better not run. And I'm starting to think, is Jason Whitlock getting to Stephen A Smith? Because Stephen A Smith, with this take, started talking about how the Dems don't have anybody on their bench and how they don't have a voice and all this kind of stuff. And y'all know I did a video. I said Stephen A got to start coming out with some policies, because clearly I think he's intrigued. Clearly I think he is trying to run. I think he wants to be begged to run as well. I think Stephen A is now getting to a point where the Democrats are going to show him why he shouldn't have been voting for them. Because this same party that's talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, James Carville, who's one of the old heads in the Democratic Party, just told Stephen A, you don't know your butt from a hole in the ground. You need to stick to sports. Now, when Laura Ingraham of Fox News told LeBron to shut up and dribble, this was crazy. So how is it that James Carville gets to tell Stephen A Smith, you don't know your butt from a hole in the ground? And he didn't say butt. He said, you don't know your butt from a hole in the ground, and you need to stick to sports. You need to stick to First Take. Guys, where's the uproar on it? But I'm glad that they are checking Stephen A. Because Stephen A talking about, I'm a left centrist and I'm a Bill Clinton guy, or I'm an Obama guy and all this stuff he was trying to say. But yet you saying you're a free market capitalist and you believe in border security and all this kind of stuff. Well, that ain't what the Democrats are talking about. So what's going on with you? And I'll be honest with you. I think if he's going to get into this platform, y'all got to remember, Stephen A last year was asking to debate Donald Trump. But man, what you going to debate him on? And I think it's admirable that they have him polling, because he has an appeal to certain voters in the Democratic Party. But now if he bashing the Democrats, he's starting to sound like a Republican. And honestly, I think Jason Whitlock is getting to him. I think the people talking about his political aspirations, and Stephen A says, I like to talk about politics, but I don't want to be in politics. Well, Stephen A, if you talk about politics, you're going to have to understand that these Democrats that you voted for, they don't like how you talk. So at the end of the day, you may want to go back on Hannity, go back on Mark Levin, and recognize that your policies and you can't be both ways. Because now with social media, with YouTube and all this kind of stuff, people are listening to your every word. I'm waiting to see if Stephen A gonna come back at James Carville. Because if somebody tell me to shut up and dribble, I got to come back at him. If somebody tell me I don't know my butt from a hole in the ground, and again, Stephen A is right. They don't have a bench. They don't have a message right now. So he's right about that, but he can't expect to get the nomination from them. And so one of the things people got to start recognizing is, guys, when you come out on these platforms, have an opinion and stick to it. The worst thing you can try to do is be on my side one day and then the next day bash me. And Stephen A has found himself in the middle. And I told y'all on the previous video, Stephen A got to decide if he gonna be in his YouTube streets or if he gonna be on the ESPN streets. Because on YouTube, I'm trying to come across as this, but on First Take, I can only say so much. But I also got to say this, because most of my fans thinks like this, but I feel like this personally. And I think he's just caught in a whirlwind. And I think if Stephen A is not careful, Stephen A politics is going to ruin Stephen A, the sports take guy, the sports debate guy. And that's what you're looking at, because now whenever you get involved in politics, you're going to piss off half the people. And I think when James Carville let Stephen A know that Laura Ingraham ain't no different than James Carville got a D behind his name and Laura Ingraham got an R. Let's see where the uproar is. I'm waiting for people. Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, Roland Martin, the Democrat Party. James Carville is somebody in the Democratic Party, and he just told Stephen A, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Stick to sports. The same party talking about DEI and race just came and told Stephen A, nah, bro, you ain't welcome at this table. You ain't coming over here. We got people, we don't need you. And I'm waiting to see how Stephen A responds, guys. This thing is real. This thing is serious. And Stephen A is biting off a lot. And I think if Stephen A is smart, if he gonna rock with these Democrats, if you don't play by their rules, they will destroy him politically, and they gonna destroy him on ESPN if he keeps coming up against their party and everything they're doing wrong. Because if you're not with them, they are united in trying to destroy you. Just ask everybody in the Trump administration what they tried to do when you come against them. And I think Stephen A is on his way next, man. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, I'm gonna holler.